social worker's here. Oh, shit. Honey, get rid of the TV and hide.
Social worker.
Well, don't just stand there, honey. Let her in.
Miss Kavak. Hi, kid.
Hi, you, Miss Kavak.
I'm fine. How are you, Mrs. Price?
Oh, just fine. Fine. But, you know, they haven't sent me the authorization to buy the food stamps for the past 6 months. And then they cut me off for non-purchase. Now, Miss Kavak, why do they keep messing with me all the time?
The system's one big screw-up.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say it, because no one...
So you're the gentleman that's been keeping company here.
Oh, no, man, I'm just a garbage man.
Oh, well, may I have your name, please?
Simpson.
First name?
That's my first name.
Oh, your surname?
X.
Simpson X what?
Simpson X, that's it. You've heard of Malcolm X, I'm Simpson X. Say, listen, I want to ask you something. You're supposed to give aid to dependent children, right? Well, why don't you just go ahead and give aid to the dependent children instead of worrying about who the mother's keeping company with?
Oh, let me straighten you out on something, Mr. X. There was a time we'd ask to use a bathroom to see if there was a razor in the cabinet. We don't do that anymore, but we do have to know what's going on. But you live here or elsewhere. Is that a gift you're giving to the family? Do you contribute to the support of this whole family?
Whoa, lady. You gonna tell us you can have this set? It didn't cost you in the city a damn dime, but you gonna tell us you can have it, right?
Oh, I didn't make the rules, sir. I'm only doing my job.
The welfare ain't doing nothing for me, lady.
But the welfare is supporting Mrs. Price.
Supporting? Supporting shit. Yeah, he gave me this. He gave me this. Yes, he gave it to me. Then he gave me this. Now, we have to hide this shit. You believe? Yes, he gave me this. We have to hide this.
He gave us this too, but it don't work.
That's right. Now I have to hide my man in the toilet. Miss Kavak, do you hide your man in the toilet?
Mrs. Price, we want to help, believe me. We know that children need a man in the house, a woman needs a man in the house. We don't insist people be married.
Do you mean you'd help a man move in if he's not married to the mother?
That's right.
That's immoral.
We're trying to deal with the realities.
What kind of example is that to set for the children?
Oh, what kind of example are you setting right now?
I ain't the government.
We'd love to see you get married.
Yeah, I'm hip you would. They would take the government off the hook and put me on.
That's me, no more question.
The United States Treasury is now the IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund. Presidential Documents, Volume 24, Number 4, page 11322, United States Code 285-2887. 5. United States does not have any employees because there is no longer a legitimate United States. That's referred to the Republic, which was overthrown in 1861 with the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. There shall be no more reorganizations, and after over 200 years of bankruptcy, it is finally over. That's Executive Order 12803. 6. The FCC, the CIA, the FBI, and NASA, and all the other alphabet gangs were never a lawful part of the United States Republic constitutional government. Even though the United States government corporation, through its trustees or representatives, held stock in all of these agencies. So when you're looking at any of these agencies, you're looking at the U.S. They're different names of contractor entities, all of which are part of the tentacle operations of the Unum Sanctum U.S. United States Corporation Company. So when you speak of one you're talking about a masked version of the same entity. If you want some law case reference to further do research to clear your mind on any doubts that you may have, look up United States versus Strang, 254 U.S. 491, Lewis versus U.S. 680, F, second edition, 1239.
On the back of the Social Security card will be numbers in red. On the front will be in blue or black, but on the back will be in red. The numbers on the back of a Social Security card in red designate your body. It is the serial number of your stock. And this is why if you're wealthy, you are preferred stock. If you're poor, you are common stock. But you are a stock on the stock market. Your body is bought and sold through the use of your birth certificate. This is why when you were born, you have to have a birth certificate. Therefore, your birth certificate is signed by your mother, and where your mother signed on the birth certificate, get it, you will see it does not say parent or mother, it says informant. You need to wake up and find out how this stuff really works. After the change of the century, coming into 1900s, decided they wanted to expand. They got so much money and they're doing so well. They thought maybe we could expand the business, move the corporation out a little bit. Let's expand business. Let's go to Germany or Europe and open up a big corporation there and take in their corporation, their government. We'll take them over. And the Germans said, "Hey, Jack, it's like a mafia. What are you coming over here? You're gonna buy me? I'll buy you. You don't buy me." Like the Godfather movie. And the American corporation, British American corporation, said, "Unfortunately, maybe you didn't understand. Let me restate it so you understand. I didn't ask you. I'm telling you. We're moving in here. It's called a corporate takeover." And so there was a hostile corporate takeover where the American corporation decided they want to take over in Europe, and they didn't want to be taken over. Well, it's too bad. They take over anyway. So they called it a hostile corporate takeover. We call it World War I. So the corporation called United States was able to overthrow the existing corporate order in Europe, but it cost a lot of money. They had to build a lot of tanks and jeeps and pay a lot of people, and the corporation, well, they were successful. They did what they wanted to do, but they went broke doing it. And so when they went broke doing it, and then the bankers pulled their money out in 29, we had something called a stock market crash. Because the corporation spent so much money, they went broke. So the international banker says, "Well, if you're broke, what are you coming to me for? I'm not going to loan you money if you're broke." And so what do you have as collateral? You got any collateral that you could put up for me to loan you the money? And the corporation called United States, the British corporation called United States, said, "Yes, we have the stock. We'll give you stock in the company. You are the stock in the corporation." So they give your body to the banks in Switzerland. So your body now becomes stock for the corporation called United States because you are a money maker. Bankers came in and said, "If we're going to loan you money, you guys have lost money. You guys have gone bankrupt. We're going to take care of the accounting. We're going to see where the money goes. We'll give you the money, but we're going to make it sure it goes where we want it to go." So they set up the Federal Reserve System and then the collection agency to make damn sure that you people pay us. We're going to set up to keep a record of how much you owe us in business each week. We're going to call it the Federal Reserve. And to make sure that your stock, all the chumps out there in America working, make sure the stock pays us. We're going to make sure they pay us. You don't just tell me you're going to pay. I'm going to make sure they're going to pay. So we will set up a collection agency. Our own personal collection agency is called the Internal Revenue.